This world is beyond cruelty.
Dune. Part 2 is not just a continuation of a story set in a distant universe. It is a profound exploration of the human condition, rich with symbolism that resonates with our own inner struggles. This film, like its predecessor, invites us to examine the nature of power, destiny, and the profound burdens we carry as individuals trying to navigate a chaotic world. At the heart of this epic is Paul Atreides, a young man thrust into a destiny he did not choose, much like how we are all thrust into the world, without our consent, and yet with the undeniable responsibility to make something meaningful out of it. Paul's journey is a dance between chaos and order, a delicate balance of embracing the unknown while trying to carve out a path that is uniquely his own. In Carl Jung's terms, Paul's journey is the process of individuation, the integration of the shadow, the confrontation with the unconscious, and the forging of the self. He is not just battling external forces, he is wrestling with the depths of his own soul, trying to reconcile his desires, fears, and the overwhelming weight of his fate. In the desert of Arrakis, a harsh and unforgiving environment, we find a metaphor for the trials and tribulations of life itself. The sandworms, monstrous and awe-inspiring, symbolize the untamed forces of nature, both external and internal, that we must learn to ride rather than be consumed by. The Fremen, the desert dwellers who have mastered this harsh landscape, represent the archetype of the resilient individual, those who have learned not just to survive, but to thrive in the face of adversity. They embody Nietzsche's idea of the Übermensch, the one who transcends the limitations imposed by society and fate, creating new values in the process. As Paul steps further into his role as a leader, he confronts the terrifying reality of power. Leadership is not just a matter of control or dominance. It is a sacred responsibility, one that requires the integration of wisdom, compassion, and strength. Paul's struggle is one we all face in our own way. How do we lead our own lives? How do we confront the chaos that surrounds us and within us and transform it into something that serves both ourselves and others? But here's the twist. There's no easy path. The desert of life is vast and the mirages of false hopes and easy solutions are everywhere. You might feel like you're walking alone in an endless sea of sand with no clear direction. And you know what? That's okay, because it's precisely in this uncertainty that we find the seeds of growth. Paul doesn't have all the answers, and neither do we. But he moves forward, driven by the knowledge that staying still is not an option. As Nietzsche said, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. So as you immerse yourself in the world of Dune, Part 2, ask yourself, what is your desert? What are the sandworms, the fears, the challenges you must face? And most importantly, how will you find the courage to step into the unknown, to embrace your destiny, and to lead your own life with purpose? Remember, the journey isn't about avoiding the storms. It's about learning to navigate through them, and in doing so, discovering who you really are. And maybe, just maybe, you'll come out the other side with a little more wisdom, a little more strength, and a lot more sand in your shoes.